everyone. So I'm on here to do an update. I updated on Facebook, but I figure anyone that's not on Facebook, I'll update on YouTube. I'm hoping to document tomorrow, so I can put it up here too, but we'll see how that goes. So this cycle has been crazy, and it's been a lot of ups and downs, and it's just been frustrating to say the least, but I kind of feel okay after getting a semi-diagnosis yesterday. So I told you guys kind of like how it's been. This cycle I started with 30 non-dominant follicles between my right and left. They're pretty even, like not one was more than the other. And then when I got my results yesterday, it went up to 35 non-dominant follicles with one mature follicle. So that's 36 follicles altogether. So the problem is all the non-dominant follicles don't get over 10 millimeters. So 10 or 11. I know one of them is slightly, I don't know if they're just not telling me this, because when I saw it on the screen, it was close to the size of my mature follicle, but they're just telling me I have one follicle. So I asked the nurse yesterday when she called, and I said, like, what is the deal? Like, nothing's working. I went on Clomid. I couldn't even get anything on Clomid. I was lucky that I actually ovulated on my own. But it was still a struggle with Clomid. It wasn't even touching me normally. And, like, my levels still weren't fabulous. And then, so we decided to do the injectables. So I did Gonal-F until cycle day 12. No, cycle day 11. And then, no, cycle day 12. And then 13, 14, and 15, I did Follistim, which is basically the same thing. They're just derived differently, I think. Follistim is what worked. After I started taking Follistim is when I actually had growth in my follicles. And then last night, the 16th, I did my trigger shot. So I go in for the IUI tomorrow morning. My husband has to be there at 9, and my IUI is at 10, which kind of stinks. If you saw my Facebook, we're about an hour and 20 minutes away from the facility. And yesterday I had to go to the facility to get blood work and ultrasound done. So we had to leave. My appointment was at 7:15. So we had to leave at 5:45 in the morning on a Sunday. So, and it totally sucks because our anniversary is today, 2 years. And we went to a different city and a different state on Saturday and tried to spend the day together there. But we both knew like we couldn't spend as much time as we wanted to because we had to drive home from there. It's just a city that we went to for our first anniversary, and we fell in love with the city. So and a restaurant that's there, and it's perfect timing with summer in this particular city. It's definitely a tourist area in New England. So but again, it's about 2 hours away. So we're exhausted, to say the least. And then yesterday we celebrated Father's Day for my dad, and my family goes on bike rides, but I've been cramping so bad on my right side, and my sciatic nerve is really bad. And so I didn't go on the bike ride, but I did walk with my husband while they rode their bikes around this particular path. So needless to say, last night we were wiped. So tomorrow it's going to be crazy because we have to leave ridiculously early to get there for a 9 o'clock appointment because of traffic. So it'll be interesting. And hopefully I won't be stressed out. But this is the first time I'm not going back to work. The 3 Clomid cycles, I went straight to work, and it was very stressful trying to get back to work with traffic, and it's very stressful being at work when all I can think about is a baby. So I figured I'm going to take the whole day because I won't get back to work until probably noon, and it's just not worth it to me. Like, I'm just good. I don't want to go back. I don't have that many days left to take off for the rest of the year, but you know what? I'll just take it. But But anyways, so my numbers were, I wrote them down in, so on Friday I had one follicle on the right at 14. My LH was 4.5, my estrogen was 106. And then, I think I did this number wrong on Facebook. No, looking back. I was trying to remember because I was walking while they called me. Sundays were one on the right at 17.5. The rest were all too small. LH was 7.5 and estrogen was 235. I think I might have put 205 on Facebook, but it was 235 in here. So, yeah, so my numbers look better, but I asked the nurse, I was like, so what do I do? Like, we want more than one. We want at least 2 follicles. Like, so the reason it's not working is because my body is doing what a normal body does, is 1 follicle. Well, okay, that's all great and dandy, but why the hell am I on medication? Like, I know when I ovulate and when I don't ovulate, I have basically the same chances being on medication and not being on medication, except for the IUI. Obviously, the IUI betters your chances. I mean, it is making, the injectables did make my lab work look a little bit better, so it probably helped there, but she probably said that I should make an appointment because it doesn't look like this one will really work, but that I should make an appointment with the doctor and try and go over some other stuff. And then she's like, so I've never technically been diagnosed with PCOS. My cat is eating my glasses. But she goes, well, some women with PCO ovaries, like, or she's PC ovaries, polycystic ovaries. I'm like, oh, never been diagnosed with that. She's like, well, you have a lot of immature follicles that aren't doing anything. Okay, awesome. So it felt kind of good to be like, someone finally said it out loud and didn't just write it in my chart and I don't know about it. So I don't know if maybe they can do a little bit more focus on that and put me on metformin. Not that I really want to be on any more drugs, but so anyway, so that's the deal. I'm not like, I'm disappointed at the fact that I only have one, but I have to remain positive that it is one. That might be all we need. I'm getting nervous now that, like, literally because I thought I was going to have the IUI last week. We were going to test about 5 days before my husband's birthday. We would have beta. And I was like, oh, that way if it's negative, we can get over it. We can move on. I literally will be going in for a beta, I'm pretty sure, on his birthday. So 15 DPO is my husband's birthday for my IUI. So I'm like, well, if it's negative, that's just going to suck. Great way to start off your 30s. But it's hard for me mentally not to go to the negative place, but I just feel terrible if it doesn't work and it's his 30th birthday and we're still sitting here with no babies. So, anyways, so here's the plan. I did the trigger shot last night. I am going in tomorrow. The husband will go in at 9. They'll wash the sperm, blah, 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 blah. And I will go in at 10 a.m. and do the IUI. And then I will start Crenone, the progesterone supplements, or suppositories, which I'm totally not excited about on those. Totally stocked up on some panty liners. And I will do those. I will test the trigger shot out. And then I will do a test at 10 DPO. In the past, every time I did a trigger shot, it was gone by 10 by 7 DPO. And then I could test. And then I know I go for my beta at 15 DPO, so that puts us at July 2nd. So I don't know what to do next. If it doesn't work, I think I might just take the summer off, lose some weight that I've gained this past year since getting pregnant and miscarrying. I've gained about 25 pounds, which is a lot and not pretty. I'm tall and I do think I carry it pretty good. But I know that I don't fit in any of my pants anymore. So that's a problem. So starting this week, we are eating clean whole foods again, no processed. We've kind of went off the bandwagon just because we've been so busy. So we've been buying gluten-free processed stuff because it's easier to cook. So we're going to go back to that, especially with all the fresh fruits and vegetables that are out. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to get back to working out. About 3 days after my IUI, I will start working out again. I haven't worked out the past 2 weeks because I've been in so much pain with my hip. It's really painful. I had this when I got pregnant, and it was awful. And then I went to acupuncture and we got rid of it. And then I don't know if it's because I have so many ovaries that it's just like that side that's bothering me, but it's all inside my hip and outside and wrapped around. So it's all ligament stuff, muscle stuff, but it's painful. And yesterday on the walk, it was shooting right down my butt into the back of my leg, like the back of my knee kills, and right down the back of my calf. So yeah, so that's the story. So I don't know what we'll do. We'll figure it out when we get there. If we decide to do it again or if we decide to take a break. I don't know. I haven't really talked to my husband yet about it. We've been so focused on our anniversary and just trying to have a good time. So, yeah. So that's my very, very long vlog. I am going to try and document tomorrow, video it all on my phone, and then figure out some way to edit it. I don't know how to edit it. I don't have anything on my computer, and I don't have an iPhone. So I got to figure out how to do that. And I'll let you guys know how it goes. And then I'll just do 2-week wait stuff, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really feel anything in 2-week wait. So maybe what I do to stay busy will be my 2-week wait stuff. It feels good to be here, back in the 2-week wait officially. It's been a long time. It feels good to think about the possibility of getting pregnant again. And I need to focus on that and stay excited about that. So that is it. So I will see you guys later. Bye.